Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Mary.
I'm Linda with Pinky Mouse.
And we are going to make something that some people call Buckeyes. Some people call them Ohio Buckeyes. Some people call them peanut butter balls. So whatever you want to call them is all right with us. So that's what we're going to make. And this recipe is in our cookbook. So if you get messed up or something, if you got a cookbook, well, that's different page.
Yes,
so that's
a different page because this is the old book. Yeah. But in the cookbook, it's Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, in the cookbook is Ohio State Buckeyes. All right. I'm happy to be back.
Yes.
I'm so happy to be back to all the followers. I missed y'all. I know Linda's been doing a great job keeping y'all posted on everything, but my knack is decorating.
And that's what Mary's been doing this week is decorating.
Yeah, Linda, she bakes all the time, and I like to decorate, so I just decorate, and I don't do as much as I'd like to do. I just can't do. I just can't. I don't know when I'm going to learn, Linda. I don't know when I'm going to say, Mary, that's enough.
We're a little hard-headed, but
I'm telling you, I just about killed myself this week.
And just FYI, we're going to have, we're not going to give you a sneak peek, but we're going to have a Christmas special tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time. And y'all can, of course, watch it on replay, but it's going to be a fun Christmas special, so you'll get to see some of what Mary's been up to this week.
It's not fancy. I'm not fancy. I'm not a professional. I just like things pretty, I guess. I just like a lot of decorations.
I'm plain Jane, and she's the designer.
Hey, Linda's the baker. Y'all know that. Okay, this recipe calls for 3 cups of Rice Krispies cereal. I went to buy this cereal, and this is the only box they had. It's a family size box.
Your kiddos.
So my great grandkids will be taking this home with them. So anyway,
yeah, it was the first of last week when we were at my house cooking, and it's only been a little over a week, but it seems like it's been a lifetime ago.
It does, Linda. It seems like
so
it's been
we're
a
glad
long
to be
time.
back together.
All right, 3 cups of Rice Krispies, and this when I started making this, I make these every Christmas because my kids love them. I told Linda, I said, this is not very much, not very much Rice Krispies. I mean, I make a lot of them. So this is what is in the cookbook. So that's what I'm making. I'm not going to overdo it today.
We're used to doubling, tripling, and quadrupling recipes. So when we make them live, sometimes we make a small one, and it does seem like just a little bit. But
I'm going to get my level out here.
So you've sifted your powdered sugar.
I've already sifted my powdered sugar. It takes a pound box of powdered sugar, but I buy them in bags. So a pound is 3.5 cups. So I've sifted this powdered sugar. And it takes...
Do you need me to get you the half cup measure out?
Well, I guess you could.
You've already sifted all this.
No,
right?
no, I won't.
Okay.
No, get the half a cup, Linda. Thank you. I appreciate that. It seemed like it's been forever since I got to go to church because we've got a lot of COVID cases in our church, and it's just it's really been kind of sad not to be able to go to church.
One of our friends that we have known for a couple of years has COVID.
Really?
Her name is Ann. You know.
Oh,
Ann.
yes,
I'm not
yes.
gonna say
Oh,
her
yes,
last name,
yes.
And we've been
yes.
praying for Ann.
Yes.
And her son and their family.
Yes, I sure am glad that he keeps us updated.
And then a lot of people local here in the Kilgore-Henderson area, and a lot of people in the Jefferson area too. Just a lot of people.
Okay, see, I sifted more powdered sugar than what I thought I was going to need, but I wanted to make sure I had enough, so I knew I sifted too much. And 2, when I measured it with the cup before it was sifted.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
It makes a difference.
And y'all see what Mary's doing? Y'all see me do this a lot. She's making sure there's no air pockets in there. Because sometimes there's air pockets and you don't get the full amount. So that's why we tap it like we do.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
for those that don't know, these little levelers come with this set of measuring cups, but you can also order them individually if you're
Okay.
like me to order a bunch of extra ones.
This is 1.5 sticks of butter and 2 cups of crunchy peanut butter. Crunchy peanut butter. And I'm going to melt that in the microwave.
Oh, I could have done that for you, Mary.
Well, I forgot to ask you. I'm not used to asking.
You're like me when you're in the kitchen. You're just so used to doing it.
I know, I forget to ask.
So I want to tell y'all something funny that one of
I
my...
got to put her now. I got ahead of myself, Linda.
I'm sorry. I'm talking and I
That's
messed you
okay.
up.
No.
Do you have your little spatula?
Yeah, I got it right here. This is 1 cup of peanut butter. It calls for 2, and the reason I hadn't put it in there is because I was going to show y'all, and then I forgot. Move that butter a little bit. So, and when I said I was going to make this, I went to the store and I bought me 2 jars of peanut butter, and I got creamy peanut butter. I don't know what I was thinking, and so I had to go back and buy crunchy. It calls for crunchy peanut butter.
And it does make a difference in the texture.
Right, it
If
does.
it's, I mean, you could use creamy, but
this is one recipe that that's probably why I didn't make this last year. I've got a great grandson that's allergic to peanuts, so I can't have this when they come. They're coming a week after Christmas, and I can't have peanuts anywhere around when he's here.
Yeah, he has really bad food allergies.
So I guess I'll just say that. Give me a paper towel to put this on, would you please, Linda?
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Your house looks so pretty and
Oh.
so festive.
It's getting there. I'm still not through with it. Okay.
So we've had some cold weather these last few days. It was another big frost this morning.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it
was.
looked like snow on the ground.
Yeah.
It was so
you,
big.
You especially know it because you got up early to travel here.
When you're getting out early, you can see it a lot
Yeah.
more. The leaves had frost
I've been
on.
enjoying I have been reading y'all's post, your comments. I enjoyed it so much. I always do. This is a powdered sugar and Rice Krispies. And I'm just going to mix them up because I'm going to pour that peanut butter and butter in this. Yes, I'm good with that, Linda. Thank you. I'm getting excited for Christmas. The ones that's gonna get to come will be here Friday. This coming Friday. Well, I guess yesterday was Friday, so I guess it was a week ago yesterday.
Mary, how long did you do this?
I did it for 30 seconds.
Okay.
I don't know how. That's something, Linda, when we do our other cookbook, we need to put in there
And
how
the-
long
the
it takes, because
increments to
the
melt
cookbook
it.
we got now, we didn't tell you how long to microwave it.
And-
But it depends on people's microwave too.
It does depend on the wattage,
Yeah.
but you would rather do it in lesser amounts than higher amounts because the
Exactly.
stuff will burn. You don't want to
Exactly.
ruin your ingredients. That is
Yeah.
something that just grieves me when I ruin something.
Oh, I know.
When I burn it in the microwave.
Hey,
So
I'll tell you something I hadn't told Linda yet. Linda's a peanut brittle maker. I have helped with the church for years making peanut brittle, but I wasn't the one that was doing the stirring and the mixing. Well, I tried to make some my neighbor wanted some peanut brittle, and I said, well, I'll just make it. I want you to know, I couldn't find no peanuts, Linda. Couldn't find them
a
nowhere.
lot of people saying they're having
couldn't
trouble
find
with
them.
peanuts.
So I said, well, I'll just put pecans in it. So I put pecans in it, and I stirred it, and I stirred it, and I stirred it. And you know what? After I poured it up in my pans, that stuff it was almost rubber to begin with, and you couldn't eat it. It would stick to your teeth so bad. So I wasted. I'm throwing it in the trash.
Well,
So
peanut
I
brittle-
just can't, so if y'all have tried to make peanut brittle and didn't succeed,
Do you want me to microwave
is it?
this again?
Well, let me see. Let me mix it up. Just put it down here. How long did you microwave this for?
30 more seconds, so
So,
it's been
about-
over a minute.
Okay. So
Probably another
I'm gonna
time.
stir it real good. Get the butter and the peanut butter stirred up before I put it in there. Because once it goes in the Rice Krispies and the
I don't know. It may be good.
anyway, my pecan brittle Was no good.
Well, peanut brittle is something that is.
You kind of have to.
And
It's
I'm not
enough,
in front of the
Linda.
camera,
That's enough.
but,
That's enough.
I have made, and people think I'm joking when I say this, but I've literally made hundreds of thousands of batches of peanut brittle, and a lot of it is just really experience.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
I don't use a candy thermometer. I said the next time I made it, I was going to use one, so I'd tell everybody what temperature to cook it to.
Have you done
But
it? Have you?
I haven't yet. But
Okay.
you saw what I posted the other day.
Yeah.
It's just taking it up at the right time is really the key to it.
This is the powdered sugar and Rice Krispies. I mean, this is as simple as it gets.
So we microwave this for about a minute on 30-second intervals.
And I'm just going to pour it over the.
And you
Rice
have a pretty
Krispies.
high wattage microwave,
Yeah.
so some of you, if you make this, you might need to microwave it more than a minute. That smells good.
I know. My son, he
loves Buckeyes, doesn't he?
yeah, he does. He's helped me. He's helped me this week. I just couldn't do everything around my place. My yard, I'm telling you, I have an acre and a half, and it takes just go.
Do you need the spatula?
I don't need it.
Okay.
What? I might. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry. He's helped me so much. Thank you.
Let me get another.
What do you need?
I
No.
was going to put a paper towel,
Oh, okay.
piece of paper or something on it.
Just stir it up. I could have used a spoon, but I like this spatula.
I use a lot of parchment. I probably shouldn't be wasting yours, but
Oh,
that's
that's
when
all
I
right.
put my spoons on.
Okay, that's fine. It'd keep it from sticking. I'll have to get my hands in this, but I thought I'd stir it. And
Yeah, it's going to be stiff.
yeah,
You want it stiff because when
Yeah.
you roll up the balls, you don't want them to fall apart.
absolutely.
So I wanted to tell our
All right.
followers something that one of our followers shared with us, and she did give me permission to tell this. I'm not going to give their names or any details, but it was kind of funny, so I thought I would share it.
Okay.
So she was chatting with me. We're chatting online on Messenger, and she told me she wanted to tell me something funny. So she lives with her son, her adult son, and so she was trying to get his attention the other day, and they have a 3-story house, and his office is on the 3rd floor. So she hollered, he didn't answer.
Lynn, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Would you
Roll
push
this
it
up.
up? Just push it up or do something because I don't want to get
Yes.
it in this.
And
Thank you.
you're welcome. So she walked up the 2nd flight of stairs, and he didn't hollered, and he didn't answer. And so she went on up, and she heard talking. And so she hollered and said his name, and she said, "Who are you talking to? What are you doing?" He said, "I'm watching a video." And she said, "What video is so important that you can't answer your mother?" And he said, "I'm trying to watch Pinky Mouse make cinnamon rolls." I thought that was hilarious. And what was funny about it is she said neither one of them knew that the other one watched us
it.
on a regular basis. So it was kind of cute. And thank you very much for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
That's sweet. Push that one up for me too. Thank you.
You're welcome. And we want to say welcome again to all of our new followers, to all of our old
Yes.
followers and old friends. We feel like y'all are part of our family. We know very few as far as
Yeah.
knowing you in
Yeah,
person.
personally,
We know
yeah.
some people that follow us that are from our
Yeah.
hometown. We know we have some friends, personal friends, and some family that follows us, of course. But most of you, I would say probably at least 80%, we've never met,
Yeah,
or even maybe
right.
90%.
Right.
We've never even met y'all.
Right.
But we feel like we know you.
So
So
I love it. I love it. I just feel like y'all are family. I mean, when I read your comments and especially you that've been following us along, I remember your name and I know I'm learning about y'all just like y'all learning about us.
And Mary, when we see their towns, there's so many towns that we have been to, worked
Right.
in. I hate to even start naming towns, but there's so many that we have either worked in, spent the night in,
Yeah.
driven through, or something.
Yes, see?
Looks good.
All right, now we got all the powdered sugar. Do what, Linda?
Do you want me to melt the chocolate? Or you want to bring that over here and show them what you're going to
Well,
do?
let's go ahead and make the balls
Roll them? Okay.
and then do the chocolate.
Okay.
We're going to roll them. Linda can help me roll these up so it won't take as long. And we won't roll all these up so that take up y'all's time. But
I'm going to move this here. Do we want our tray here?
yeah, that'd be a good idea. I'll put the tray up here.
So we'll move this. Okay. We got the tray lined with parchment paper. We go through a lot of parchment paper.
And the size balls that you do is just up to y'all. What size you usually do yours?
I don't know. Is that too big?
No, that's fine.
They're about the size of a walnut?
Yeah,
probably. About the size of a walnut.
You have to really squeeze them tight.
You want to pack it.
Yes.
You want to pack
Just keep packing and keep packing it. I'll tell you something on Linda. When she's talking about us traveling, I don't remember what state it was in, but I was trying to. I had gotten off of the interstate. You know what I'm talking about? What state was where
Nebraska.
Nebraska. Well, I should have known that because I went to Nebraska so many times. But anyway, I was up there and I had gotten off the interstate to go. Some was it
a small town.
Small town. Yeah, and I was going, but I wanted to get back on when I done. It was some kind of shop or store that I was going to. But anyway, when I started to get back on the interstate, I said, no, I had asked you where this shopping mall was or something.
It was an outlet mall.
Yeah, and I stopped at this red light and I called Linda. I said, Linda, I'm wanting to go to this store. She had told me about the store. And I
wanted to get back on the interstate.
Yeah, and I told her what intersection I was in. And I said, I don't know how to get back on the interstate. And so I was at that red light. I told her the intersection.
You were coming up on this four-way stop.
Yeah, I was coming up on this intersection, and I told her, I said, Linda, I'm at such and such, and I says, how do I get back on the interstate? That little stinker, she told me, now if you go down here and turn to the next red light, you'll turn right there, and then there'll be a shopping center here, and then on the left is a Walmart, or she was telling me everything that I was going to come to before I got to the interstate.
You know where I was at?
Where was you
I
at?
was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Was you?
Yeah.
And she did. She got me right back on the interstate. Now, this was before GPSs.
Yeah, this was several years ago. I told her, I said, there's a big high hill on the right.
Yeah.
That's where the outlet mall's at. And you turn right there and you go down the road. It's like 7 or 8 miles and you'll hit.
She remembers. You would not believe. Whenever we say on here, she mentions things and I say, I don't remember. That is the truth. She remembers intersections and where at. And Charles is that
Charles
way too.
does. Charles too. Charles has traveled a lot.
I can't. I have been to a lot of states, but in a lot of places, but I can't remember details.
We've just been so blessed to be able to go to different places.
We went to Six Flags, not Six Flags, Grand Canyon. We go 2 or 3 times.
Twice. Yes.
We went to. Wonderful. It was a.
You and Mom and Carla was the first time we went.
One time, yeah.
And we got to ride the train.
We had such a good time. Next time we went, Carla and Chuck went.
Yes, it was Carla. It was all your kids. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Linda.
Carla and Linda and Chuck. Yeah.
So we've had some good times.
I know we have a follower from Visalia, California, and that's a lot of places in California, but Visalia is one of the particular places that there's a lot of orange groves in farm country there, and we were staying downtown at the full service Marriott at the convention center, and I was in my room and the office called and said the hotel was on a lockdown.
Oh, I remember you telling me about that.
I think it was on a Saturday, and I called the office. We always maintain a physical presence in the community where we were working for 2 months, and I called the office, and I said, I want out of this hotel. I'd already called Mike. He said, Linda, just stay put. If they have y'all locked down, there's a reason. You know, if there really is a bomb threat, then it might be that they think the doors might be booby-trapped, and all I could think of is I want away from this place. And I told the office person that answered the phone that day, I said, I want you to know one thing. If this hotel blows up, my family's going to sue y'all. You won't let me out of this hotel. I want out of here.
Well, you remember one time we was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania? We was both working the same
Residence
job.
Inn. We stayed at the Residence Inn.
And it was right by the airport.
Yes.
And one day the office told us that if we were going to leave anytime that day, we had to go then, and we could not come back until I forgot what time. But if we stayed, we couldn't go leave, and we couldn't come back. And so what it was, I think it's President Bush, wasn't it? President Bush was flying into the airport, and everybody that was surrounding, you could not move. You had to stay
They had
put.
everybody stationary.
Yeah.
I think I'm making my balls a little bit bigger than yours.
That's all right.
Yeah, we've had some fun times.
You know what? That's where we were staying at when it come to biggest snow that Philadelphia.
Yes.
That they had in years there. And matter of fact, our boss he gave us he done something extra. We have a certificate for working in the worst weather ever. Remember that?
I've worked in hurricanes, tropical storms, snowstorms.
And Linda don't like to drive in the snow.
No,
and
she does terrified of it.
So we both had our own rental vehicle working, but we didn't normally go together. But we asked our boss if we could ride together that day because Linda didn't want to drive and I would drive. So I carried her to her sites, and then I went to mine. And I have to, and I know people up north in Pennsylvania and all the places are used to having the snow, but I would go through snow, cross this deep just to park. You have to go through snow. It was bad.
We're
Texans. Hanging off. Yeah.
We get an ice storm about once every 10 years here. We don't get snow, barely enough to scrape a snowman off ever so many years.
Yeah.
But
I'm thinking that it's going to snow this year. I don't know why. I guess because we haven't had a snow in so long.
Now let me say, we're in East Texas. Texas is a big state, and it covers a lot of territory. And there's parts in Texas that do get snow every year. Wichita Falls, where your kids are.
Yes.
It snows up there a lot.
Yeah.
And it snows in North Texas and Dallas and Fort Worth. Has it?
Yeah. Just
but
a little.
It doesn't snow much in East Texas. Very, very little.
No, we got pictures of Braden playing in the snow the last time it snowed, and it wasn't a big one. And it was probably at least 5-6 years ago. Yeah, he's 13.
It's every few years we'll get a little, and I think it's beautiful, but it just scares me to death driving. And my sister's not afraid of anything. She's kind of like...
That's not true. I don't mind driving. In bad weather.
Mary's kind of like Mama. Remember Daddy used to say Mama wasn't afraid of the devil?
Yeah.
She wasn't afraid of nothing. She'd tackle anything.
You're so funny.
He said that.
I
know he did. It's funny how you get together and you think about things. And I know that we've told this before, but we got so many new followers. And this is, I don't know, did Mama put this in her writing?
What?
The Thanksgiving that we picked cotton. Did she put that in her book?
It seemed like she did, Linda. I believe she did.
Well, everyone that's watched us for any length of time know that we are from a family of workers. We are not afraid to tackle work. Our brothers and Mary and I, Mom and Daddy, we were raised to work.
Our problem is now that we're getting older, we don't know when to stop, and we have to. We have to limit ourselves now, and we just not used to it. That's hard for It's hard for Charles. It's hard for me.
We work till we can't work, and then
you can't even walk. You can't even walk to go to the bathroom.
Think about used to say stove up.
Yeah, he was so stove up.
Get that liniment.
I get up in the mornings and I'm just all slumped over, just holding on to the bed and the wall and everything else just to move. But it doesn't take me long. I'm up and I'm gone. It just takes a little while to get going.
Mom always said, get up and get your clothes on, wash your face, brush your teeth, fix your hair, and you'll feel better. That's what she always said.
Yeah.
So it didn't
And
matter.
that's true, too.
It is.
That's true, too. Whenever kids are trying to get out of going to school because they feel bad, they just need to get up and get to feeling better. Mama gave us, I don't know whether I'm sure a lot of you people out there know this. She used to give us turpentine and sugar. Had we complained about not wanting to go to school and have a bellyache, she'd put a teaspoon of sugar and put turpentine in it. What, it turpentine?
Yes, it was something that people did back then, y'all. Mama was just doing what, people did home remedies.
She wasn't punishing us.
She wasn't trying to poison us or anything.
No,
Mama wasn't abusive.
Mama wasn't abusive. She just,
Lord.
that was, I guess that was an old-timey remedy or something.
Times have sure changed, haven't they?
Yeah. Boy, you couldn't get by with that today. No, it tastes horrible. Black drought? You remember that black drought? Oh my goodness.
I think if I used that Watkins liniment. Wasn't it Watkins liniment that he used?
Yeah.
When he would
rub.
His arthritis was acting up. I thought the other day, I wish I had some of that Watkins liniment picking my head. My shoulder was killing me.
I'm telling you.
I made 54 peanut patties. And anybody that knows what peanut patties is, or what peanut patties are, excuse me, I know how to talk. Sometimes I don't talk right, but I know how. In the South, they're in every store that you walk in. If it's a shack on the side of the road that's got a half a dozen items in it, peanut patties is going to be one of those items. And they're usually real kind of dull and dark looking, because they're not fresh. But I make them. I make big ones, and they were so good. And
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think it was 54 that I made. And that wasn't the only thing I made. That was just peanut patties.
Hey, Linda, she just, oh my goodness, she just bakes all the time. She's cooking all the time. I've been wanting to get in the kitchen and cook myself, but I'm going to now. I've got 90% of my decorating done. I've still got some more things to do, but
you got about 85% more than I've got. I've got a tree, a centerpiece, and a red tablecloth.
I was thinking about today. Last night when I was getting through, because it was about 6 or 7 o'clock when I got through last night, and I was thinking, you know what? Next year, I might accept the fact that I'm too old to do this. So I may not be decorating much next year.
I'd be very surprised if that happens. But
well, they hear my kids talk. They say, "Mama, you know that ain't the way it's going to be," because I say that 2 or 3 times last few years.
I know I'm making mine bigger than you.
Well, that's okay.
So
it doesn't matter.
Whoever eats these are going to say, Mimo, I know you didn't make all these because some of them's bigger than others.
That's okay. I wasn't planning on making all these on camera, but we're almost through, and that way y'all know how many you get out of it.
Yeah.
So
I'm big in counting,
recipe.
so I'm going to put these where they'll be easy to count.
All right.
Put them in a dozen.
All right.
A dozen.
And we dip this, and I don't dip the whole ball in chocolate. I just dip half of it. Is that the way you do?
Yes, you leave a little space on it.
So, I guess you could go ahead and melt the chocolate. It's one bag. I think it's a 12-ounce bag. I think that's what
I think it is. A 12-ounce.
Yeah, it's 12-ounce. It's 12-ounce bag of chocolate chips. Semi-sweet's what the recipe calls for. I like milk chocolate, but I went ahead and I'm following exactly the way the recipe says.
Yeah, I prefer milk chocolate too. Mike likes dark chocolate, but I don't.
I know.
So I was telling you all about, or going to tell you about the Thanksgiving that we picked cotton. We were not a family to take any kind of handouts. Never in my life that I know of were we ever given anything.
Well, now when Daddy was in the VA hospital,
Well, Paul Lee and Ma and Pinky Mom helped us.
Yeah, but we didn't ask for it. We didn't ask for it, but they knew he was in
And we're not saying anything about anyone that gets any help at all.
No.
I would never want y'all to think we were being judgmental.
No.
It was just our parents just didn't want that. But it was a bad year that year, and this was around the time that Daddy had started getting sick.
Yeah.
And there was no money for Christmas, and Mama knew that.
Yeah.
And it just about killed her. But she knew that there was cotton to be picked on her twin brothers on a farm that he rented.
Mm-hmm.
And so she said, we're picking cotton. And so she loaded us all up, and we went down there real early that morning, and
I think Aunt Belle did fix a dinner that day. I think she did.
Yeah, she fixed dinner for us.
Yeah.
It wasn't a traditional Thanksgiving dinner, but we had plenty of food.
Yeah.
But we picked cotton.
Yeah,
that
we
day,
did. We sure did.
And then when I say we, the entire family.
Yeah, we all did. Yeah.
We picked cotton, and it was something that I think about over the years. For us kids, we thought it was fun. We enjoyed it. We were just getting together with our cousins. It wasn't to us. It wasn't work. It was very hard on Mother that she had to do that, but she did what she needed to do.
Yeah.
I remember in West Texas, Christmas for
in
us.
West Texas, when Mama would be picking cotton, we were kind of small, but you know what we would do? We would get on her sack, her big long sack of cotton,
lay down on it?
that she was pulling on her back, and we'd jump on it, want her to pull us, wanting her to ride us, and she did that for just for a second or two, and then she'd say, "Get off my bag, get off my sack."
It was back breaking.
Yeah, I think, my goodness, no wonder Mother.
Anybody that's ever picked cotton, there's a difference
Was
in
a different
picking cotton and
pulling.
pulling bowls.
Absolutely.
And picking cotton is where you pick it out of that sharp bowl that it's in, and it weighs less.
Yes.
And it's your hands just get
tore
tore up. It's really hard work.
Yeah.
And you're on your knees too.
Yeah.
Knee pads on your knees, going down these long rows picking cotton. So when Mama wrote that book, she started it out that she wanted her grandchildren to know, her and Daddy's grandchildren to know how they did when they were kids, what their life was like, and she wanted everybody else to have a better life than not when I say better life, you would never heard Mama
as many
complain.
hardships.
No, right. No, not as many hardships as what they had when they were growing up. And
You want to go ahead and melt the chocolate for us, Linda, if you don't mind, or you can finish rolling these, whatever you want to do.
My hands washed, and I'll get over there and get the chocolate.
Because we're almost through, and we'll tell you how many this made.
And some of mine are bigger than Mary's.
That's okay. That's all right.
Okay, so
no contest on who's better, bigger or smaller.
We've got a 12-ounce pack of. You don't have the whipped cream out, do you?
No, the cream, heavy cream is in the.
Okay. So we're going to start with.
Get over here and show them.
We're going to start with. What is this? 4 tablespoons. I don't normally measure this, but we're doing this for now, just so you can see. We may have to add more to it, but we're going to start with 4 tablespoons.
I love those little. That's a little liquid.
Yeah, isn't that cute?
Liquid measuring cup.
It's got the ounces on one side, and it's got the tablespoons, and then the cup on the other. So 4 tablespoons is 1/4 a cup, which we knew that. But anyway, I didn't get all that out of there, but that's okay. And more than likely, we're going to have to put some more in there, but I'm going to start with that.
Well, don't want it too thin.
No, we don't. We don't want it too thin, so we'll see what this does. And we have another.
It does. I don't think our cookbook says. Look and see, Linda. Does it say how much cream? Oh no, not okay. Wait a minute. The cookbook says. This cookbook was written a long time ago, and the cookbook says use paraffin wax and a chocolate Hershey bar. Used to, that's what you do, and that would that paraffin wax would coat the chocolate to hold it together. But we're not doing that. We found other ways.
Yeah, I kind of left that paraffin wax behind a long time.
Yeah, that's messy to deal with. Just like a couple more balls.
Melted. It's not melted yet, but I want you to see if you think I need to add some more to it. This is going to be pretty thick.
Yeah, you probably do. Of course, all the chocolate is not melted yet. But,
okay.
So how much more
let's
are you going to put in?
Let's put maybe 2 tablespoons.
Okay, so we put 4, right?
Yes.
We're going to put 2 more? I can't remember. I think Linda, I've always used that paraffin wax. Either that or the almond bark.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I've done them before.
So you've got some options.
So I haven't.
And we'll put that in the recipe.
I have some almond bark.
that you can use almond bark, or you can.
Yeah.
If you're
Our next cookbook, we're going to revise some of the things that's in it, in the one that we've got now.
Well, we're only going to put a few of these recipes
In the
that
new
were
cookbook.
in 1 and 2.
Right,
We're going
right.
to put a few in the new cookbook, but mostly all the recipes in our new cookbook are going to be recipes you haven't seen, or recipes
Right,
we've done
right.
videos on.
Right, right.
Because not all of our videos recipes are in our book.
That's right. Not all of them. And I'll tell you, when we first started these videos, Linda and I was discussing what we was going to do, what we wasn't going to do. And she said, I'll tell you right now, I'm not giving out my recipes or my baked goods. She said, I'm not giving my peanut brittle recipe away. And I'm not giving my shortbread recipe away. And I said, okay, Linda, well, we can't bake it if we ain't going to give the recipe out. So, anyway, she's
I've come
decided.
across.
Yeah, she decided, well, we'll give y'all the recipes.
And Mary, a lot of people, they'll ask us for a recipe that we haven't done a video on.
Right.
We do not give recipes out until we've done a video.
Right.
And I guess there's more reasons than one for that.
Well,
but
we want you to watch our videos. That's the whole main.
Right. We want you to watch our videos. You're absolutely right. Okay, now take a look at this. This is still not real
It's still
smooth.
not. Mm-mm.
So
I think I put some more in there.
a little bit. So
Just a little bit more, not much more.
Maybe a
We'll tell you.
tablespoon.
Yeah, about a tablespoon
Okay.
more. So that would
That's
make
gonna be
it
7 tablespoons.
7 tablespoons. Okay. And this right here is big. I better have that. I didn't know how big that last ball was going to be. And then we'll tell you how many we got out of this recipe batch. This makes enough, but like I said, I've always made more.
And we're going to do the birthday drawing.
Oh, that's right. You know what? Another thing, I'm going to get that fruitcake out and slice it. The one that we showed the video on, because it's been in the freezer ever since I made the fruitcake. I'll get it out in a few minutes and slice it and show you.
We have a piece.
Yeah, we can have a piece.
You know, if you slice it, I'm going to want some.
Absolutely. Okay. All right, now let's see how many balls we got here. Okay. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 and 8 is 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. 55. They show 55. So that's 4 dozen. And what?
48, 55, 4 dozen and 7. So about 4.5 dozen.
Yeah.
But I did make several of those big. You could probably get 5 dozen out of it if you made them the proper size.
Okay. All right, we're through with the pan.
Okay.
All right.
What do you think?
Let's see here. That's kind of thick still, but let's dip one and see.
Okay.
This right here is a little candy making
Yeah.
thing.
That you dip stuff with.
You know what? That's gonna
Make a little thing on the bottom of it. You want to use the toothpick?
a toothpick's what I've always used. Let me see how that'll work. It's still too thick.
Yeah, it's pretty thick.
It's still too
We
thick.
need to put a little bit more. So
All right.
I'm gonna put another.
We just do it half. See, we just dipped it down in there, and it's
So this will make 8 tablespoons.
okay. So 8 tablespoons of heavy cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use it. When I've made it before, I did use a paraffin wax. In the chocolate bar. But I'm getting in the cooking mood now. When I get in the cooking mood, I am like Linda. I will just cook one thing right after the other. I'm going to make that hummingbird cake, and I don't know what else I'm going to make. I'm going to make my neighbors a little loaf hummingbird cake in a loaf pan, because I have some really nice neighbors. And
Okay, let's see what this is going to do.
all right.
That thinned it down a lot.
Yeah. I guess y'all, we should have made these ahead of time. But you know, I do that a lot. I'll cook something before we video it. But I was just so much food that we just wasn't eating. Well, I was taking it to people. I was just taking it and giving it away.
And everybody that cooks knows that when you cook, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
You know, these ingredients.
I decided, well, you know what? If I make a mistake or we make a mistake, y'all see where the mistake happened and y'all know what not to do. And I'm just dipping this down in here just to get half of it done. I usually use toothpicks, but I think that'll work. You know what? Let me try. Let me see. I might just dip it in there. Yeah, I'm thinking that thing right there is for professionals, I guess. See, it'll do just as good.
Just doing it with your hand.
Yeah.
And you're going to turn it upside down so the chocolate's not going to get messed up.
I think we just do it this way, Linda.
Okay. I'll put the cream back in the refrigerator.
All right. You know what? I think if you kind of, after you dip them, if you just kind of mash it down, give it a place to sit, you know,
right,
flatten the bottom after you put the chocolate on there. When you put it kind of, because it's round. It's round.
It has a little flat thing on it anyway.
Yeah. And so just kind of mash it down a little bit to give it a place to rest.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to do these right or not.
You doing fine, honey. You a better baker and
No, don't say that.
king maker and everything than I am.
So we're going. We mentioned this earlier, but we're going to do the birthday drawing after we get through with this live video.
Yeah.
And for everyone that's told us you have a birthday in December, your name is in it. It doesn't matter if it's until December the 31st. If you've told us, then you're entered into the drawing, and we will come back on live and let you know who won and what you won.
Yeah.
So we're giving away a really neat little thing today too, Mary, but we won't tell them until we tell them who won it.
Okay. And I'm not gonna stand here and dip all these, and y'all watch me. I'm just gonna do a few, let y'all see how it's done, and then I'm gonna get the fruitcake out. Show y'all.
Yeah, we can finish dipping these.
Yeah, we can dip these later off camera. Well, I dropped it.
That's what I was afraid I was going to do.
I dropped it. See, things like this happen, you know. Don't worry about it. It's still a piece of candy. Now I'm going to take my gloves off. I've got chocolate all over them.
So I'll move this and get this out of the way.
Okay. Yeah.
There's not anything on the bottom, is it, for me to set on your table?
No, it's fine. Okay. So I'll put all this in the dishwasher. I don't use my dishwasher very much. Because I've washed things as I go, and there's no use in. I don't like them stacking up, so I just throw it in the dishwater. And now I'm going to put on another pair of gloves. Would you give me a pair of gloves out of that drawer, please, Linda? The middle one, right there. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you need a knife, right?
Yeah, I need a sharp knife.
Is
Put
it
me
any
another
one
pair
of
of
these
gloves
that you
on.
want?
The sharp one's in that drawer, that top drawer, Linda.
This one right here?
No, over there.
Oh.
I have to put on another pair of gloves. I got Band-Aids on my fingers.
You want this blue-coated knife or that other one?
That
The
other one
stainless steel
probably.
one?
The stainless steel will probably cut better. I get my fingers well, and I make a lot of flower arrangements, and the wires bending them and all that. It just messes my fingers up. So I got Band-Aids on just about every one of my fingers.
Oh, and we need to mention the cookbooks too, Mary.
Okay, yes.
We got our last shipment in for the year, so we should get every person that's paid for a cookbook. They should be mailed within the next week.
Yeah, probably about.
You're not going to get them for Christmas,
I'll be mailed by
but they are going to be
Wednesday.
mailed.
Now this is exactly the way that I wrapped it when I did the fruitcake. So you'll see, but I put it in the freezer. But you see I wrapped it in foil, but it's wrapped numerous times with plastic. Thank you, Linda. This has got a lot of plastic around it, but I got plenty of plastic, so I'm gonna cut it, and then I'm not gonna put it back in the pan. I'm just gonna wrap it, and I'm saving it for Christmas. I keep it in the freezer to the day I'm gonna use it.
Do you take it out of the plate, out of the pan to cut it?
Yeah.
So what are you gonna put it in?
That's what I was just thinking. Where am I gonna put this? I guess I can put it on this. Could you just wipe that out for me, please? I'm just gonna dump it over on there. And this cake is frozen, y'all. That's where I keep mine. I'm not sure how, you know what, I didn't think about that. I'm not sure how, oh, it'll cut. It'll cut. I put this wax paper on it. And the wax paper will come off when it's not frozen. But I'm just going to dump it. Pull that wax. Pull that.
Oh, yeah, just hang that out.
Yeah,
I'll get this.
All right. See, it just comes right out. Take this wax paper off.
That is one.
It's sticky.
Good
It's a good cake. It's a good cake. One of my favorites, and my oldest granddaughter, it's her favorite. And I used to make it for her every year. And it wasn't that much of it eaten, and so it'd be me that's eating it. And I would eat it all year. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. Did you know that I made this the year in 1979? I made this cake. Yep. And I made this cake, and I eat it a lot. You know what? I did this in wax paper. I think I'm going to do it in saran wrap next time.
Yeah, it'll come off
I think
easier.
the saran wrap would have been better, y'all. But I've always done it in this, but it would have been better if I'd have done it in wax paper. I mean in saran wrap. But anyway, I made one of these cakes that year, and I eat so much of it. I'm just gonna cut it. I eat so much of it that's how I found out I had gallbladder. I had a gallstone. I had to have surgery. Yep. I ate so much. It was the nuts. It was the nuts that.
Be careful with that knife.
I know.
We can pull it off after you cut a piece.
Yeah. I would definitely be using saran wrap next time. And I've made these so many times, I can't ever remember sticking like this. Anyway, I'm going to slice it and show y'all.
That looks really good. This cake is so rich, you're going to want to cut it in really small pieces.
Yeah, we cut one slice in 3 pieces. At least that's what I do.
I remember at Molly's at Christmas time and Aunt Elsie.
Yeah.
She would cut hers in little tiny pieces.
Well, it's so rich you can't eat it. Yep, I sure did. Y'all see, we're definitely not perfect. I'm not for sure. I just cut it.
Good.
See?
That's beautiful.
All right. You want a taste of it, or you want to wait?
I want a taste of it.
Tastes good? Mm-hmm. It's good.
It tastes like Christmas.
Mm-hmm. It does. I'll finish getting this off, but I won't do it on camera. So, all right, Linda. I guess we're gonna get off camera and go through your little number thing
and do
for the
number
birthdays.
drawing. And we'll be back on and tell y'all in a few minutes who won. Thank y'all for joining us. Be sure to to be on tonight for our Christmas special.
Yes.
We love y'all. Thank you very much, and Merry Christmas.
And we will have videos on next week, but it just won't be live.
They'll be taped, yes.
Thank y'all so much.
Bye.
We love y'all. Bye-bye.